Hello and welcome to the Sage Centaurus channel. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another timeless pick-a-pile reading, taking a look at what is going on in your connection. So we're going to look at tarot, oracle cards, get some clarifiers as needed, and then we'll get some advice and some channeled messages from your person. So for those of you who are new to pick-a-pile, this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. Go ahead, pause the video if you need to, meditate on the pile, see which one or ones you're drawn to, and then you can scroll on down to the description box, find the timestamp for your pile, and I will meet you in your reading. See you there. Hi, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So you guys selected the Lapis and the Santa Muerte Tarot. So what we're going to do first is do an energy check-in before we get into the tarot to make sure that we've got the right pile here. So I asked Spirit to show me who is person A and who is person B, and then the dynamic of the relationship. So let's get into it. We've got person A as the turtle. Person A is guilt. Person A is birth, life. And then person B is the horse. Restore. And release. Okay, so the dynamic in the relationship is guarded. Codependency. Be groovy or leave man. And goodness. Okay, so signs showing up right away would be earth signs and water signs with the turtle, water signs with the turtle, earth signs with the horse. So earth signs would be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Water would be Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So those are just the signs that are showing up. Obviously, those signs don't have to be involved, but that energy is coming through. So it could be sun, moon, rising, Venus, could be nothing at all. Could just be the general energy of the card too. Okay, so person A and person B. It looks like this relationship is or has not been the easiest. I think there's a certain level of intensity between person A and person B here. And it's like this all or nothing energy, almost like Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die. It looks like though sometimes there might be some toxic tendencies going on. We'll see if that comes up again in the tarot. But I'm seeing that with guilt here and codependency. But I honestly am getting the vibe that you two have come to some sort of agreement or understanding recently. Maybe you're starting to transcend some of the unhealthier traits of the relationship or the dynamic between the two of you. And it looks like there's some healing going on both sides. Like, I think you two deeply care about each other. And you want this to be like a good, wholesome connection. I'm also getting that you guys might mirror each other a little bit here. But I think that this is also showing me that you're starting to come onto the same page, and like the energy of your heart is starting to resonate with one another. And it's kind of like this, maybe even unspoken agreement to work on things, to make things better. I think the turtle person may have behaved in a way with the horse person that they might feel guilty about with this guilt card here. But I do think that they're going through some sort of personal transformation at this time here with birth life, almost like a new karmic cycle, or maybe you have completed some kind of karmic cycle with this person. Maybe they're just like really working on themselves right now to kind of almost rebirth, reincarnate themselves or themselves. Somebody with like somebody with a higher vibration, someone who's kind of transcending old bad habits. So I think this person is working on themselves right now, kind of revolutionizing like their thought process and how they approach life. I'm feeling like person A has done quite a bit of growing up recently, but they're still undergoing this transformation. It's a process that they're undergoing at the moment. Now, the horse person, I think that this person is very intuitive. I think that this person is very realistic. I think that this person is also very independent and is like has a lot of energy and drive and willpower. I'm getting that from the horse person. Also too with the turtle person, I'm getting that this person might have like a hard outer shell. They might be soft on the inside, but hard outer shell. Just from the turtle energy there. But I think that the horse person is independent, maybe has like a wild streak, wild independent spirit, has a lot of energy, needs a lot of personal space. And I think that this person is also healing as well with restore and release. Maybe releasing things that have happened in the past, maybe even possibly forgiving person A, or working on forgiving person A. And kind of just bringing themselves back to homeostasis, recalling their energy. Maybe this person has asked for some space to kind of figure out what they want to do, and maybe that's prompted some work to be done in person A's world by person A. So maybe there is some sort of unspoken agreement between the two of you, like this isn't working, we need to work on ourselves, maybe separate for a bit and heal on our own, and then we'll see, maybe come back together. If you didn't separate, I think there's just this conscious effort to improve things here, unspoken, maybe spoken with Be Groovy or Leave Man, kind of like this isn't working, we need to figure this out, let's be nice to each other. And I think that there might have been some issues with control in the relationship, some codependency going on here with this card, obviously, and a guarded. I'm getting the guarded energy from Turtle, though. But the horse might also be guarded, but more like running free, independent, maybe inaccessible, whereas the turtle would just be guarded like in a shell, kind of inaccessible, if that makes sense. But I think that maybe an ultimatum came across, or you guys just came to some sort of realization that things need to improve, things need to get fixed because they're not healthy. Ultimately, I think that you both want this to be a healthy relationship and that you see the good in the relationship, but there are dynamics here that need to be addressed. Okay, so let's move into the tarot. I don't think I have enough room. Let me see how much room I have. That's not a lot. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And we'll just pull up the tarot. Okay. So I will shuffle. Spirit, please show me what's going on in pile one's relationship with their person. What is going on in pile one's relationship with their person? All right. That's a lot. What is going on in pile one's relationship with their person? And we've got the Seven of Wands. What is going on in pile one's relationship with their person? I'll take these. Seven of Swords. The Fool. Two of Pentacles. Okay, please clarify the Seven of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Make sure we're still in frame. Okay. Please clarify Seven of Swords. Please clarify Seven of Swords. These cards are being difficult. Three of Swords. Please clarify the Fool. The Star. Two majors. Major Arcana. And then please clarify the Two of Pentacles. And we've got the Magician. Page of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Followed by the Chariot. Okay. Let's take a look. So the energy coming through is kind of heavy. Perhaps there was some dishonesty in this relationship with the Seven of Swords, and so much so that it became painful. I'm looking here, and this is somebody getting stabbed in the back a couple of times. So, you know, I think there was some dishonesty here. Perhaps it was the turtle that was dishonest with the horse person. That created a bit of a broken heart on horse person's behalf. Dishonesty, secrets, information withheld. Just kind of feeling like a distance from that, and kind of like this energy of betrayal really like breaking the heart though. And then with the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands, it's kind of like this defensive energy that's just so exhausting. It's like constantly feeling like you're in a state of defending yourself or needing to protect yourself, but also this energy of like perseverance and like not letting go of the relationship. So there's that unhealthy dynamic there, playing out here and here. Now we have the Fool and the Star. So that to me is signifying a fresh start coming through. Kind of surrendering and deciding to leave the past behind and start fresh. Like with renewed hope here with the Star, like as a healed unit. Perhaps you, through your healing, have received some divine guidance, or you just feel like maybe you both are having a spiritual glow up together simultaneously, and kind of your energy is flowing back together to where, you know, you're like, let's give this another shot. But there's this energy of dedication to one another. Like you guys, I feel like are very close. It's a very likely a very passionate relationship. But I think that there's a lot of fear here that's maybe not been addressed, and maybe you guys are both working on that. And it might come through in that codependency energy. And that might be why we have this defensive energy coming through and this exhaustion, like this repeating cycle of mistrust and that being validated with dishonesty and feeling like a broken heart stabbed in the back. And then with the Two of Pentacles and the Magician, it looks like this almost looks like a couple here. And normally you don't see them on the Two of Pentacles. So it's like, how can we find balance as a unit? And with the butterfly here, that makes me think of like regeneration, like a new lease on life, like a fresh start. Like in a very like healed space, and finding the balance and like working together to achieve that balance. And then with the Magician here, it's like kind of, yeah, like working hand in hand and co-creating a healthier lifestyle together. Kind of listening to one another, listening to divine guidance that might be coming through, and building from there. But there's this energy of like the power of creation, the power to write a new story here, a more balanced story, a healthier story, a healed story with this person. And with the Page of Wands, it's like that fire that person A and person B, the turtle and the horse, feel for one another didn't die out. But I don't think it was ever able to graduate beyond something very what's the word I'm looking for? Like it wasn't ever able to grow into like a solid, deeply rooted relationship. It was just kept in the shallow waters of the page energy, because of the mistrust, the guarded heart, the like defensiveness, like this toxic cycle kept the relationship from really growing solid roots and taking off. So we still at least have this passionate energy with the Wands energy. So I think you guys are still very attracted to each other. You light each other up, and there's this curiosity and wanting to like grow and deepen and heal together here, and being like excited about that, like enthused and wanting to see where it goes. And I think you two are very passionate about each other in your relationship. It just, I think you both have kind of come to a realization that what was going on in the past wasn't working. It was unhealthy. Okay. I don't think I need any clarifiers here. I think that was pretty straightforward. Let's get a clarifier on the Three of Swords. Just cause. Three of Swords. We're going to clarify that. Please clarify the Three of Swords. Three of Swords, doubling down, but it is reversed. So I think that we're moving on, we're healing from that energy here. But let's look at the Seven of Swords and then come back to the three. Show me clarifier for the Seven of Swords, please. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Wheel of Fortune. So maybe perhaps it was like an unhealthy karmic cycle. I do think that you two might be fated to be together, like you are in each other's lives for a reason. And it looks like you're kind of like you went from this more toxic dynamic into this, like the Wheel of Fortune also signifies things like on the upswing. So it looks like you guys are moving into a more or a healthier space here, especially with the Three of Swords reversed. But let's clarify. I think that was a bad karmic cycle there, but let's get more information on the Seven of Swords, please, Spirit. It's a lot. Actually, that's just one. Strength. Let's get one more. I think there was some dishonesty that undermined the strength of the relationship. And obviously that would happen in any relationship. And the Star. So maybe there was this dishonesty about, or just a withholding of information, to where like you never knew where you stood with this other person, especially with the Seven of Wands coming up here and the Ten of Wands. Is like, hello. And it's like not knowing where you stand and feeling like a loss of security as a result of that, like undermining the strength of the relationship. Maybe you had like an idea of where you stood with this person, or there was an idea of where one stood with the other, but it was kind of like just like this immaterial thought or inkling, nothing like that one could really solidly grasp onto. And I think that was painful for both. I think, yeah, there was mirroring, and it's like, well, if this person's not going to give to me, I'm not going to give to them. But there's like yet this like intense attraction and like this fear of like opening up and deepening the relationship. Okay, let's get one more card on the Three of Swords. The Devil. Fears. Like fears being validated. And just constantly feeling like like nothing is safe and secure. You don't know where you stand. Maybe like this feeling of worrying that this person is constantly stabbing you in the back. Maybe they're seeing other people. Maybe you could feel the dishonesty, and maybe it wasn't entirely blatant. It was just like a withholding of information for some of you. But that's so painful too. It's like, why are you hiding all this from me when we have these intense feelings for each other? So a lot of fears here. coming up with the Three of Swords, like fears causing one person to create a painful situation for the other person. And I don't think that any of that is intentional. I think that this is like things that live in the subconscious that haven't been dealt with, which are being dealt with now, that came out in a destructive way and harmed the relationship. Okay, Two of Pentacles, please. Clarify. We've got the Seven of Wands again, so there's like this guarded hope here. Still being careful with your energy, still minding your boundaries, but this energy of not giving up and wanting to like come back together as a healed unit, in unison. Definitely do think that you two mirror each other, especially with the symmetry there, the butterfly. One more card for the Two of Pentacles, please. Like believing in the relationship, but still being careful. And then we have the Six of Cups. So I think that you guys have really sweet feelings for one another, but I think that they're buried behind a coat of armor. Almost like childlike feelings, like, you know, without like deep down inside, it's like feelings that are just so pure and innocent. And maybe that's why you are guarding them, because they're so like tender for the other person. But I do think that there's just this really sweet, loving energy that you have between one another, and we have to work on pulling that to the surface here. You guys also might have a past life connection. You might be twin flames. I mean, these two skeletons look like twins. So you might be twin flames, or just past life soulmate kind of energy here. But some really sweet energy, I think, is buried beneath. We have to work on breaking down the barriers to establish this balance here. All right, one card for the Magician, please. The World reversed. Let's get one more. The Daughter of Wands. It's the Page of Wands again. So yeah, I think that this is like not giving up on the connection, and really trying to repair things, maybe individually and then come back together if you guys have separated, or really repair things as a unit here. Like really not giving up on it, really not choosing not to walk away, and looking for like a fresh start here with the Daughter of Wands. Okay, let's get, okay, bottom of the deck, I've got the Five of Cups reversed. So I think that we're moving away from this period of grief and heaviness towards healing here. Okay, let's get some channeled messages from your person. So Spirit, we're looking for channeled messages for pile one from pile one's person. I'm all in. You are my person, so that energy of perseverance, not giving up. Okay, messages for pile one from pile one's person. I want to make you feel good. Channeled messages for pile 1 from pile 1's person. I would move mountains for you. That chariot energy kind of coming through there. Okay, channeled messages for pile 1 from pile 1's person. You smell good. Or you smell so good. That's sweet. I want to spend more time with you. I want to get to know you more. So maybe this energy of like opening up, being honest about feelings. Messages for pile 1 from pile 1's person. I miss your laugh. So we want the good times to come back. Maybe there's a little nostalgia here about the better times in the relationship with the 6 of Cups coming through as well. Maybe you guys do have a lot of fun together too. Okay. This was upside down, so I'll just bring it out. I miss your voice, and then we'll get one more card. It wasn't upside down, it was flipped over. And then songs remind me of you. So maybe you guys have a connection through music as well. Bottom of the deck, you turn me on. So there's that passion there. Okay. Let's get some advice for you guys. Advice for pile 1 spirit. Move forward in this. Connection. Advice for pile 1, please. Content with what I already have. I'm taking all of these upright, by the way. The advice cards. So let's get one more. Take a field trip. So content with what I already have. I think that when it comes to healing the self and maybe helping to get rid of those codependency cycles, habits, we need to look at our own value, how we value ourselves, how we see ourselves. Do we depend on other people to validate us, or do we get that validation from within? Do we constantly feel like we're lacking instead of taking time for gratitude to recognize what we already have and be grateful for that and feel content and happy and successful with where we're at? So maybe kind of focusing on filling your cup on your own there. And then take a field trip. I think this is telling you to get outside your comfort zone a little bit. So this could be like a physical field trip, like get out, like maybe if you're used to like spending a lot of time at home or in like your community, maybe get outside of that physical space, kind of open up your energy a little bit into like exploration mode, especially with the Page of Wands here. It's very exploratory. You could take a trip within through meditation, figure out what's going on in your subconscious, try to work on your triggers and healing those. But kind of just get outside your comfort zone and do something that's going to throw you into some new energy, not in like a totally uncomfortable way, but in a way that's manageable and okay for you to kind of explore and feel safe, to kind of expand and get some new insights in. Okay, one more card here, please. Spirit. One more advice card for pile 3. Look to nature for healing. So maybe you do need to take a physical field trip. Yeah, maybe try meditating outside, feeling your feet in the grass. I'm like picturing that right now. It feels so nice. Walk around on the beach, listen to the birds, stare at the clouds, get into this like meditative space, and just kind of be. Just let your mind calm down. Don't be anywhere else except where you are in the moment. There's so much healing that nature can offer you, and so much like, I don't know, like I always feel amazed when I stop to notice like what's around me outside in nature. It's like incredible that all of this even exists. It's just blowing my mind all the time. So, you know, it'll get your head out of the situation and kind of just into like a free space where you can just kind of reset and then give it the time it needs. So, take time, let things heal, let things grow on their own. There's also this energy of being receptive instead of directive. So like don't push, just let things kind of come to be. Obviously you want to maintain, right? You have to water the plant for it to grow, but you're not like sitting there every day like cheering the plant on to get it to grow. You know, you're letting it kind of do its thing, and then you're checking on it from time to time to make sure it's okay and it's growing and growing. We are healing. The plant's growing. You get what I'm saying, hopefully. But, you know, it's this energy of not really pushing, just kind of working on yourself, seeing what comes through, and just kind of flowing with the energy. Okay, well, let's get 2 more advice cards here for you. The embodiment deck. I'm sorry if like you hear me bumping my microphone. I'm getting used to wearing one. I just got it to improve the sound, and I keep forgetting that it's like right on my collar, and I talk with my hands and I keep like bumping it. So if you're wondering, if I don't even know if it's like coming through like, but anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, let's get some advice cards for pile 1, please. Advice for pile 1. I got 2 cards right away. Breathe and radiate. So I will go ahead and read these to you. Bottom of the deck is stretch. So breathe. Breath is the link between the conscious and the unconscious mind, connecting us to the divine. And breathing is a powerful tool to create homeostasis in the body, and consciously breathing regularly helps maintain homeostasis. I already said homeostasis in the very beginning of this reading, if you remember, describing the horse. What happens in my body as I choose to slow down and breathe? Today I will take 3 minutes to sit with my breath and consciously inhale and exhale. Try 4, 7, 8 breathing. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure you can Google it. Okay, and then radiate. So yeah, just like what I kind of explained here, take a moment, sit outside, breathe in the nature. Hopefully you don't have allergies, and you can do that. If not, maybe sit by the window and just kind of admire what's already existing out there. And just get into like this meditative space. Focus on your breathing. Okay, radiate. I radiate beautiful glowing energy and light. In showing up with my full vibrancy, I give permission to others to fully express their light. Okay, so there's that energy of opening up by standing in your own power. I feel like that's going to break the chains of this codependency energy. My light opens up eyes and illuminates potential. I choose to show up fully. So get into your full authentic energy however you can, and just learn to love it and just shine on without being ashamed or wanting to hide yourself, and just practice being that fully authentic, vulnerable person. I choose to show up fully and let my uniqueness radiate freely. Okay. And then stretch. Because like when you're authentic, it encourages other people to like feel comfortable and like let their hair down and be authentic too. Okay, because it's like nobody feels judged, you know? But the ultimate is like getting into your authentic energy and just like being so comfortable with yourself that it doesn't matter if somebody judges you. It just kind of rolls off and you're like, whatever, they just don't understand. So getting to that place of personal power and your authentic energy is going to really help, I think, improve the connection here and allow for more vulnerability and like a healthier connection to be restored. Okay, stretch. The definition of stretch is be made or capable of being made longer or wider without tearing or breaking. By engaging the muscles actively, I expand what is possible in my body, what part of my body I have neglected and is longing for expansion and connection. Wait, did I just combine two sentences? I expand what is possible in my body. What part of my body have I neglected and is longing for expansion and connection? Okay, so we need to open up. Maybe stretching is going to help you get that energy of opening up, going and flowing. Today I will spend 10 minutes consciously stretching and moving 3 parts of my body. Try cat-cow stretching. So that's where you arch your back and then like you're on all fours and you arch your back. You exhale and then you inhale by like pressing your chest forward. That's the cat-cow move in yoga. You can Google it. Probably be better to get a video than follow my explanation there. Anyway, but I hope this was helpful, pile one. If it was, if it resonated, I would love it if you left some comments down below. That really, really helps me. And if you would like the video, that would be amazing. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you are interested in a private reading, information on how to book one is down below in the description. We can do a pre-recorded or you can book a live Zoom reading with me. And then if you like any of the crystals here or the decks, besides this one that I made, or the jewelry or anything, it's all available in my shop at sagecentaurus.com. That website is also linked below down in the description. All right, everybody, or all right, pile one, this is all I've got for you. And I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile two, welcome to your reading. So you guys selected this awesome piece of malachite and the Many Queens Tarot. So before we get into the tarot, let's take a look at the oracle cards I pulled for an energy check-in to see if we've got the right pile here. So I asked Spirit to show me who's person A, person B, and then the dynamic between two of you. So person A, we have the buffalo. It's earth energy. Meaning and mindfulness. Person B, fish, water energy. Look within. And the recluse. Housing. Okay, relationship dynamic. Freedom. And fun. We also have bound. Keep wanting to say bond. And bring your own seat to the table. Okay, so I'm kind of getting the vibe that you guys started as friends, or maybe you're still friends at this very moment. And I feel like you guys are like tight, like really tight, really close. Very loyal to one another. But there's this element of freedom, like not being tied down by anything, and fun. So that makes me think of a friendship, and maybe this started as a friendship and it's starting to grow into something else, which is why you might be getting this reading to take a look at what might be going on. Okay, so let's quickly look at person A, we've got the buffalo, which is earth energy. So that's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. It's kind of like this person to me feels like very intentional and very focused. Like they don't just like the opposite of impulsive. Like they don't just fly around by the seat of their pants. Like they think things through and then they act on, a plan. And I think that you can trust this person. Like what they tell you is solid. Like they will always like follow through on their promises, for the most part, or they will try to. Like this just seems like a very solid, sturdy, focused person that might move a little bit more slowly than other people, but every step is done with full intention, or every step is taken with full intention. I'm getting a Taurus vibe. I keep thinking of a specific person and she's a Taurus. Not that she reminds me of a buffalo, but just the energy. Okay, anyway, so I think that this person, is very intentional in what they say and do. I think that they believe there's like a purpose behind everything. They want to try to find a purpose behind everything, or they believe everything should have a purpose. Like no wasted energy. Like everything should be done with some sort of aim in mind. So this person does not waste their energy, and when they decide to make a move, it's like with full focus. Okay, so moving into person B, we've got the fish, obviously getting Pisces vibes here. I think this person is more of an introvert. I think that this person might have psychic gifts, psychic abilities, or intuitive gifts and abilities. Same thing. I think that this person is not like, I think this person is a little bit more free flowing than the buffalo. Like I think the buffalo operates within boundaries and confines, and I think that the fish just kind of likes to flow freely and is a little bit more fluid, more exploratory, more curious. But I do think that the fish is also maybe a little bit more of an introvert and is constantly like interpreting the world through how, like the vibes that they get, like how things make them feel. We also have some fishy sea creatures going on here, but we have a third eye as well. A couple actually. Or a lot. But I think that this person is very in touch with their intuitive side. I think that I think that this person searches for meaning like from the outside world, more from the external environment. And I think this person searches for meaning more like from within. This person might have a bit more of an open mind. And I think this person is very, very deep. Deep feelings, deep thoughts, endless curiosity, very exploratory, but also like very private, and like they keep themselves protected. And I think that they just generally like to spend time alone. Perhaps the outside world is just like too much. Where I think this person has like, maybe the fish struggles with boundaries, whereas the buffalo I don't think struggles with boundaries very much, and is, may even be more of an extrovert or more comfortable in the outside world. Whereas the fish is more comfortable in their inner world. I think you guys have a really strong bond though. Like perhaps you've known each other for a really long time, or you just feel like super connected, like you could never walk away from each other. Like even like a spiritual connection in a way. Like you just feel like you're in each other's lives for a reason. So when it comes to the relationship dynamic though, freedom and fun, like to me this seems like you guys kind of don't, like you're leaving this open for now. I think that maybe this is like the beginning of turning a friendship into something more, for most of you. And it's like, who's gonna make the first move and what does that look like? And I don't want to like put this person in a cage. You know what I mean? Like it's like tiptoeing around creating new boundaries and new constructs that define the relationship and not wanting to like screw it up. I think you guys have a lot of fun together. But I think that with the bring your own seat to the table, it's like nobody's like making an invitation. Like you're just gonna have to show up and say, this is what I want. This is where I want to be. This is where I want us to be. This is where I want this relationship to be. So somebody's gonna have to come in and just state their wants, get the message off their chest, so to speak, here, because I don't think anybody is going to be like, it's like I feel like nobody's gonna like even hint towards that being a possibility. Like you just have to say, this is what I want. I hope that is coming through. Like I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So, but I feel like once you do that, the dynamic is going to change. Conversation is going to open up. Let's take a look at the tarot to see where that's going to go. Okay. All right. Pile 2, relationship. What is going on in this connection? Pile 2, what is going on in the connection? What's going on in the connection with pile 2? 5 of Cups reversed. What's going on in pile 2's connection? The Hierophant. Ace of Cups and Death. All right. Let's clarify the 5 of Cups reversed, please. Page of Swords reversed. Please clarify the Hierophant. Please clarify the Hierophant. 7 of Swords reversed. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. The Knight of Swords. I believe that's upright. Right? Yeah, because he would be, I feel like he'd be going up. Okay. Death. Clarify. Death, please. Great. My dog came in here and now she's like snoring. Okay. That's way too many. We need one more card, Spirit. Please clarify death. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Wow, there's like a lot of going back and forth on what we need to do here or what we should do here. I feel like there is this fear of making intentions known. It's like, I feel like these four cards are like really giving a specific message, in that it's like there's this fear of like speaking up, making intentions known, because we're afraid of like losing everything here, and afraid of like screwing everything up in the connection with the Five of Cups reversed. Like, because I'm taking it as like intensifying the Five of Cups, and here's why. Because I think that like you're already looking at it as, or we're already looking at the relationship as, there's something I really, really want that's more, I want something more with this person, but like if this was upright, there's something more I want with this person, but we already have a friendship, and like I just don't think that we can have the relationship, and not like really looking at the opportunity of a possibility of a relationship. And I think that there's also this fear of like, and that's what's like keeping you from saying anything. And it's like, it's just like, I feel like it's feeding into itself here. It's like, if I don't say anything, nothing more is going to happen anyway. And if I do say something, I could risk it all and like lose it all. Sorry, I had an interruption. So it's like this fear of, it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't here. But then it's like, alternatively, we could be honest about how we feel and have like a more solid and committed relationship here. And also too, I think that we're like fighting out against the dynamic of like what's already been established, and that's a friendship. And I think it's terrifying here, to, it's like I get this feeling like of this intense fear of loss is coming through. And it's like, I don't want to do anything to screw up this relationship or disappoint this other person by, you know, being the one to have feelings. But sorry, getting used to wearing a microphone. If you heard me bump up against it. But I honestly think the feeling's mutual. But there is a fear of expressing yourself here. But there's also the thought of, why don't we just be honest and see if this can really kind of come together. And I think as time goes on, like, you guys already have like a deep emotional connection. And I think as time goes on, it's like those feelings are going to be harder and harder to fight. And then eventually somebody's just going to say something. Here with the Knight of Wands, that's like, I just can't contain myself anymore and I'm going to spit it out. So honestly, if we're looking at this as a progression, it's like, here we are afraid, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now we're really kind of considering saying something, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even hold back anymore. I'm going to say something because my heart's just overflowing with these feelings. And then we've got Death and the Ace of Pentacles. So a change in the relationship with a solid offer here for commitment, romantic commitment, stability. So honestly, this is speaking to me in like a progression. Pile one wasn't really, maybe a little bit, but this one is like more heavily speaking to me in a progression. But there is this fear of loss here with the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups reversed and the Moon. It's like, we don't know how the other person's going to respond. But I think that energy is mutual here. And the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, afraid to let go and expand. What else do we got? Nine of Pentacles. So I think that you see, like, there is something that could be there in the future. It's just like a matter of time as to like when you're going to say something. But I think that's the feel, like, if you don't say something now, maybe you just need to like work through this. But I think feelings are just going to become known. It's just a matter of time. No matter where, like, if you're like here, it's going to be different for everybody. If you're here in the progression, you know, it might be some time. Sorry, my dog is in here snoring, and I can't with her. Sorry if you heard that. But if you're here, it's going to be, you know, a bit of time before we just spit our feelings out. It also kind of depends on how quickly we're moving through this too, right? But if you're here, like, kind of like really starting to open up to the idea of sharing how you feel, then maybe this is coming up sooner. But we're progressing in this direction, and there's a change coming through. And to me, it doesn't look like an ending. It looks like change, like ending how things used to be in the past and creating something brand new that's like solid gold here. Okay, let's put that there. Let's get some clarifiers. I tried to put her on her bed in the hallway, and she keeps coming in here and snoring. So I apologize if you hear her. She's a Boston Terrier, so she's kind of snorty dog in general. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers for you. Please clarify the Hierophant. Two of Swords, stalemate, making a decision. Do we want this? Do we not? Am I going to say something? Who's going to say something first? And the Nine of Pentacles. So seeing like what one could have, but kind of being afraid still to make things known or to make the first move here. One more clarifier. Four of Pentacles. So seeking that stability, but kind of afraid to open up as well, again, coming through here. it's like seeing the value, but still like trying to figure out how to communicate that and when would be the good time. When would be a good time to do that? Seven of Swords reverse, please clarify. Nine of Swords, so I think that this might be creating a lot of anxiety, a lot of ruminating, just like a lot of fear, I think, in destroying and losing the relationship here. And kind of feeling a little bit powerless, like wanting something so bad, but being so afraid of the outcome at the same time. And I think that's the good part about the nine of Swords is that it's likely just kind of up in your head, like all this, you know, fighting with yourself and all these fears and this rumination. So we can come down out of the head into the body and like get into physical activities, maybe to kind of work through the feelings, just as some general advice. If you feel like you're in that energy. Afraid of a broken heart here. Afraid of destroying things. Okay, Seven of Swords reversed. Please clarify. Five of Cups. Kind of afraid, still afraid of destroying everything. So these fears are really coming through very strongly. So I feel like maybe we're still like in this area for the most part, for most people watching. We're still in like the very beginning of this progression. And it's like when we think about being honest, because we do see like the potential here, we're just still so damn afraid to open up because the fear is like overtaking our ability to act. It's like analysis paralysis. Okay, let's get clarifier on the Knight of Swords. Ten of Swords, the Tower, and the Daughter of Pentacles. I just heard F it. I'm just going to say something because I'm so damn tired of living in my head here. And it's like almost like some external circumstance is going to drive you towards just saying F it, I'm going to say something. Because the Ten of Swords is about like tens are about completion, and Ten of Swords is like the end of that mental chaos. And it can be so excruciating to, you know, fight yourself, especially if you've got ruminating, like negative thoughts. But the good news of the Ten of Swords is like there's nowhere but up. So it's like I think you're going to get so sick of this mental anguish, or somebody's going to get so sick of this mental anguish that feelings are just going to fly out. We're just going to say, here you go. This is how I feel. Like I see this proposal here with the Daughter of Pentacles. Like, do you want to explore this further? And like wanting to, and not like, I don't see this as like this intense, like, oh my God, I'm in love with you. And like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. It's more like, okay, I have feelings for you. Jesus is something you mean. Whatever. Is this something that you want to explore more with the Daughter of Pentacles? But some external circumstance might also prompt you to act. They're like you might be feeling like your back's against the wall, or somebody might be feeling like their back is against the wall, and they're prompted to just say F it and like put feelings on the table. Okay, so then let's look at death. The Devil. So we're definitely afraid of change here. That's too many. Please clarify the Death card. Mother of Cups. really afraid to like be vulnerable and share feelings here. But also like really, really wanting to, like really being tempted to. But there is a fear of kind of opening up and showing that side to the other person. But I feel like the change is coming through here. So it's like fighting that fear and then like opening up and becoming vulnerable. Okay, please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. So opening up about feelings here, being more honest, getting that clarity. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, opening up and allowing a fresh energy to come in. And I think stability is coming through here with the Five of Pentacles reversed. It's like kind of letting go of your fear of loss. Perhaps it's like a lack mentality here, and kind of reversing that and kind of focusing on the abundance instead of, all the good that can come in instead of the loss. Okay, one more clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. That is like, to me, a very good sign. That's like forward progress at a rapid pace. So honestly, I think that this change in the relationship, this is signaling that we're opening up, we're being honest, we're feeling like we're not going to lose everything, and things are going to start progressing forward. Like, it's going to pick up the pace. There might be a lot of messages going back and forth between the two of you, more romantic in nature, just more passionate. But I do think that once we get over these fears, things are going to, the dynamic, you are capable of changing the dynamic, either one of you. We just have to be open and honest about feelings. But I think that this can move forward in a very good and positive direction once we share feelings and look at what's on the bottom of the deck. So if you're worried, just know that I think the feeling is mutual, like I said earlier. Okay, let's get channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from pile 2's person to pile 2. I'm so sorry, you guys. She keeps making sounds. Oh my god. Pile 2's person to pile 2. Messages from pile 2's person to pile 2. I feel like you don't know me. I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. She wanted to come out. You are so sweet. I'm not expressing myself very well. So that's definitely coming through. That's too much. Channeled messages for pile 2 from pile 2's person. You're in my dreams. I'm intimidated. Do you miss me? To pile 2's person. Oh, I love you. Well, there you go. Definitely seeing that here. Okay. Let's run away together. That's sweet. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Do you like me? Oh, so I think the feeling is mutual. We don't know how the other really feels about the romantic side of things. So, I think we both just have to work through our fears, and I think eventually, Kat's going to be out of the bag, and we're going to be talking about it and kind of moving forward here. So let's get some advice for you guys. Advice for pile 2, please, Spirit. Advice for pile 2, little by little, okay. Yes, you can. All right. Helping to get you out of that fear mentality. Begin again. It's a fresh start here. I wouldn't worry about losing anything, honestly. Bottom of the deck, celebrate little things. Again, little by little. So take your time. Don't like push yourself. I think with water and earth energies coming through, that you guys are good at taking your time and kind of exploring things. Sorry, I had to cut out. My dog just freaked out because I hit the cards on the table. She thought someone was at the door. Anyway, but I don't think you guys are going to rush towards this because I think you're both kind of figuring out where you want to go with things. But I think that even if it's unspoken, you guys are kind of like on the same page here. So take your time. Act when you feel it's the right time. Okay. Let's get a couple more advice cards for you. Pile 2. Speak and focus. I'll read those to you. Bottom of the deck is abundant. So it's a nice counter to the 5 of Pentacles. So we've got speak. There is healing that takes place when I honor my voice and authentically express myself. Wisdom is knowing not only when to be silent, but when to speak up. Is there a situation in my life that I've been silent about that is now asking me to speak up? Today I will speak and share my truth with intention and grace. Maybe not today, but it's good advice. Whenever you're ready. Focus. Where have I been directing my focus? Is what I give my focus to worthy of my attention? When distractions arise, how can I create an anchor to keep myself rooted in my vision? Okay, so like if you find yourself flying up into your head with anxieties, know that you need to refocus on what's actually maybe in the present instead of like future or like made up scenarios of how this might go down, and just recenter and come into the present. As I set my focus on what I am desiring to create, I can be confident that distractions will lose their appeal. So kind of talking about focusing on the positive side of things and where you actually want this to go instead of the fear of where it might go. And then abundant. I am connected to the endless abundance that life offers. I trust that the universe is plentiful and desires to flow in and through my life. I understand that scarcity is merely an illusion and that any sense of lack is an invitation to deepen my appreciation. I acknowledge the beauty currently surrounding me, and I allow abundance to be cultivated from the inside out. So I think that's just like a little wink from the universe saying, focus on the abundance, not on the fear and like lack and destruction that could come in, which I don't think will. But I would love to hear how things go. Pile 2, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I hope this was helpful. If it was, or if you like the reading or have any feedback, please just drop me a line down in the comments. Let me know. If you like this reading, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you're interested in a private reading, I do offer those. Information on how to book is down below in the description. I can do a pre-recorded reading for you, or we can do a live Zoom reading. You get to see my face. And I also do have a shop, sagecentaurus.com. So if you're interested in any of the decks or the crystals that we used, most of them are on there. Also the jewelry as well. So if you want to check that out, that'd be awesome. Links are down below in the description box as well. All right, pile 2, I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be looking at what is going on in your connection. You guys selected this Ametrine and the Gold Lyre Tarot. So before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and take a look at the oracle cards I pulled just for an energy check-in. I asked Spirit to show me who's person A, who's person B, and then the relationship dynamic. So we'll jump right in. We have Tiger for person A. Person A is Ignite. 2 fire energy cards coming through. And Stress. Person B, Bat. It's air energy. Prayer. Priorities. Okay, relationship dynamic, we've got memories, friendship. You guys actually got 2 of these cards here, and the only reason I took 2 is because I thought they aligned really, really well with these cards. So I thought it was meant to be. So we've got fire and hope. And then we've also got Sparkle, Sparkle, bitch. Okay. So I think that you guys have likely known each other for a long time. If you haven't, the short time that you spent together, you likely have created a lot of memories together. And I think, say you've known this person for a long time, like I think it started off in like a friendship and like slowly maybe approached something romantic. Maybe you've fallen in and out over time of romance, friendship, maybe perhaps even not talking at times. And maybe now it's the dynamic between the 2 of you is more of a friendship, or feels like more of a friendship than something romantic. So with person A, getting fire energy, so that could be, doesn't have to be, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Also getting that with this Ignite card, it's fire. And even Stress, we have candles here. So what's interesting though between person A and person B, Tiger and Bat, is these energies are all about the nighttime, like, and they're centered around the moon. You have a full moon here, you have a crescent moon here. But tigers hunt at night, bats are all about the night, they hunt at night too. And perhaps maybe even you two love looking up at the moon. That's only going to be maybe for a few of you watching this, but maybe that's something you guys have in common. And maybe you both have like a darker side to you, maybe a darker sense of humor. Maybe you've been through some challenging experiences in your lives and you can kind of meet each other's energy there. There's like a fierceness here that both of you have that's like mirrored in one another. I think the tiger person is very ambitious, very passionate, very like focused on what they're doing, where they want to go. I think this person's very creative, very inspired by the moon as well. Perhaps they maybe they have like a Cancer moon or something. But very like intense energy, like going after what you want, like full on. Like there's no half-assing with the tiger. I think you both might be night owls too, just with the energy of night coming through. Now I think the tiger person is kind of focused on things going on in the tiger's life, like different projects that light them up, different passions. Like maybe they're just getting like a journey started. Maybe they just started a new business. Maybe they're really building out their life and they've got a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. And they just might have a lot more on their plate than normal. But I feel like this person is firing on all cylinders and their energy might be a little bit relentless, nonstop, but very like warm and inspiring as well, but very, very focused. But almost like to the point of where they've just like they're tiptoeing around falling out of balance here with stress. I feel like they're learning to manage things right now and maybe working on coming into balance, but there just seems to be like a lot going on in this person's life right now. Okay, so with the bat. So bat is all about kind of like the energy of life, death cycles, like regenerating, growing, ascending. So maybe this person is going through like a major cycle change in their life. Maybe they're closing out an old cycle and moving into a new cycle on their own. Maybe they've gotten more connected with their spiritual side here too, with prayer, or just kind of really learning how to almost be like a magician and how energy works, like maybe even like an alchemist type of vibe. Like really learning to like maybe even doing some shadow work and kind of figuring out what their triggers are and like healing those triggers. I feel like this person is going through a spiritual glow up and is raising their vibration right now. They are cleaning up a lot in their lives to make room for a brand new chapter to come in here. And I think that that's their focus right now, is priorities. It's like getting their life in order, getting things in order to shift for a bit. They're going through a major shift here. That's what I'm picking up. And honestly, with Sparkle Sparkle, bitch, I think that you guys might actually be enjoying each other's company right now. And like enjoying telling each other about what you've got going on, because you both have a lot going on. And I think you guys are supportive of each other, and you make each other like feel good, just like energetically, emotionally. And I think you're proud of each other and your progress and your success. We also have fire and hope. So I do think that with fire, and looking at hope, it almost like makes me think of a phoenix, like kind of rising. I think that this relationship is going through a major like restructuring, or there's a lot of healing going on. We're burning away maybe perhaps some unhealthy aspects that may have existed in the past, and we are reemerging like stronger and better. I don't know if necessarily that's towards something romantic here, but it just looks like this. Not only are you both doing a lot of work improving your own lives, but through that work, you're also improving the relationship, because you're both bringing a higher vibration to the relationship. So things are just naturally going to upgrade here. But I think that this relationship is like in a state of renewal, and there's some fresh life like getting thrown into it here, and almost like divinely guided in a way. And I just see like you guys are very, very supportive of each other. Like you could even be soul family. Yeah. Let's get into the tarot to see where this is going. All right. Pile 3. What's going on in this connection? What's going on in pile 3's connection? Pile 3's connection. What's going on between person A and person B? Got 3 of Swords, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Okay. 6 of Wands. Please clarify the 3 of Swords. Four of Wands. Make sure we're in frame. Two of Cups. Please clarify the 2 of Cups. Six of Cups reversed. Please clarify the 3 of Cups. Too many. Please clarify. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Six of Wands, please clarify the Six of Wands. The Star. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. And the Two of Swords. Okay. So I think in the past with you guys, I honestly feel like you've likely known this person for quite some time, or you just have developed a very strong relationship with them. I just feel like you've gone through a lot together. You've gone through a lot together, and you keep coming back to one another. It's like a kindred spirit type of energy. I think you both really, really care for one another a lot. And I think that any pain that has, or any painful things that have occurred between the two of you have been a result of like unhealed shadow work. Especially with, oh look, we have a bat. Perhaps the bat caused some pain to the tiger. But well, I'm drawn to the triangle too. I know it's 3. But that's the symbol for fire and alchemy. So maybe the bat did hurt the tiger at one point, and maybe like flew away. Maybe there were periods of not speaking between the two of you, but I feel like regardless, there's this like deep bond that you two have. And I think that you feel like home to one another, regardless of anything that's happened. It's like there's something you just can't shake. There's like this energy of roots here and family. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups clarified with the Six of Cups reversed. So I think that there is like this energy of romance. But there's almost this like fear to push forward based on like maybe the history between the two of you. There's this energy of nostalgia coming through, and maybe it's like an overindulgence in nostalgia when we're reversed here. And that might be driving the Two of Cups. So like the more positive times might be coming forward at this very moment and driving perhaps a desire to reconnect in a romantic sense. There's like this energy of like idealizing one another, or idealizing perhaps a relationship. And perhaps also feeling like maybe, and this is just a random intuitive read, we've grown from the past, and perhaps maybe this could work this time around. We have the Three of Cups with the Four of Pentacles, so another stability card here. And I think that although there is this desire to this curiosity to kind of see, or this interest to kind of see where things would go in a romantic sense, there's still this hesitation to disrupt the friendship, because I feel like you guys have maybe finally gotten to like a good place, like a more harmonious place in your relationship. And it's like, okay, good, we're at a good spot now. Like nobody's like breaching the other's boundaries or getting along. This is good. But I think that like that positive current in the relationship starts to awaken the heart center. And I think that it draws you both closer to wanting to push the dynamic more into a romantic space. But I think at this moment, there is this hesitation here. Like, could this, if we screw this up again, could this be the last time we ever, you know, speak to each other? Would this be something that destroys the relationship forever? So I think that there is some hesitation in pushing things forward, and it's kind of like just trying to like flow with things right now instead of like push an agenda. Like move very slowly forward, because I think that we're in a comfort zone right now, and there's a hesitation to obviously destroy that, and a fear that's based on like maybe situations in the past that have been unfavorable, really kind of screwing it up again. But I think there's, like I said earlier, there's this draw between the two of you that it's like it's hard for you two to just be friends, because like you just care about each other so much. You feel like home to one another. Like the feelings can't help but progress to that of romance here. So we have the Six of Wands clarified by the Star. So honestly, I think that we're just kind of like going with the flow of things. Like I think, so with the Star, there's healing, there's divine guidance. I think that both people in this relationship are, again, really happy about where the relationship is at currently and how far you've come. I also think you might like put one another up on a pedestal, or one person puts another person up on a pedestal here with the Star and the Six of Wands as well. Like you admire each other. You're also each other's wish in one way or another. Like you're everything that the other person is looking for in a partner. And then we have the Lovers kind of presiding over the entire thing here. So perhaps this is a soulmate, especially with the Two of Cups showing up and the Four of Wands showing up. Perhaps this is a soulmate, a twin flame, but that card doesn't mess around. It's major arcana. So there is something here that is very, very strong between the two of you. But I think you both probably like flew towards each other, you know, bounced away, maybe not, didn't speak for a while, then kind of slowly crept up and came back together, and then you fly together again, and then you fly apart. It's like this cycle. It feels very twin flamish. And you guys just can't forget each other. And I think that you guys inspire a lot of healing in one another as well. Like you trigger each other probably quite a bit. And that's to prompt healing. And I think now, based on what we saw in the beginning with the energy check-in, it looks like you guys are going through that healing. You guys are leveling up your lives. You guys are going through personal transformations on your own, and that's affecting the relationship. So maybe like, say a few months ago, you weren't speaking to this person too much, and then all of a sudden you somehow came back into each other's lives, and slowly things progressed to where they are now. And I think that that's because in the past, maybe you were on different levels energetically and like in your healing progress. And then as you both are working on things, you're slowly coming back together in resonance here in the vibration. And you're doing this spiritual glow up together, and it's bringing you back together, bringing you back towards one another. Okay, let's get some clarifiers on, I just want to get one on the Six of Cups reversed. I feel like this is pretty straightforward. I'm sorry if I just bumped the microphone. I'm still getting used to it being on my shirt. I have a microphone now, so this hopefully sounds better. Okay, Six of Cups. Please clarify the Six of Cups. Justice. Let's get one more. It's like making things right from the past. Bringing things back into balance. The Three of Cups. Wanting to bring things into harmony here. So we have two cards of friendship here, and then we have friendship showing up in the energy check-in. So I think you guys are friends right now, to say the least. And I think you both kind of feel this undercurrent of romance kind of bubbling up, and it's kind of like, oh, here we go again. Where is this going now? And it looks like it's progressing to a good place. It's almost like divinely guided in a way. And I think that right now you guys are kind of just leaving the energy open to kind of see just where it flows. And nobody's really pushing. There's this energy of flow here with the Three of Cups showing up a couple times. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. So yeah, you're each other's wish. Like with the Lovers, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is something powerful that I honestly feel like you've known this person for a very long time. I'm gonna say that one more time. But there was something really, really strong here that's really kind of hard to deny and very powerful, keeping you two in each other's lives. I bet your astrology is crazy, like your synastry. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's get some channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from pile 3's person to pile 3. Channeled messages from pile 3's person to pile 3. Okay. I love you. You don't have to say it the way I did. Channeled messages from pile 3's person to pile 3. I love our chats. I want to make you feel good. There are rough cards in here, so. But all 3 piles have been getting really good messages. You are so sweet. I miss your touch. I'm missing the more romantic side of things. Feeling a lot of sexual tension. I'm wearing a mask, so maybe not fully revealing feelings at this moment. I could spend the rest of my life with you. 2 of Cups, 4 of Wands, the Lovers. Even 6 of Wands and the Star. I mean, they're all talking here. Pile 3's person to pile 3. You motivate me to heal myself. Okay, yeah. So you guys constantly inspire each other. You're in my dreams. So you might be dreaming about this person. They might be dreaming about you. You might have an intuitive connection with them, maybe a telepathic connection with them as well. I feel like there's a very strong energetic bond between the two of you. It's really hard to move past that. And I feel like that's for a reason. I feel like you guys are maybe yoked together or tethered together energetically. There's something that you two are working on together in this lifetime. This is intense. Let's get some advice for you. Pile 3. All right. Pile 3 advice. When you least expect, oh no. Well, something might surprise you from this person. In a good way, I think, especially with the little glitter star shimmers there. And these little, obviously is a 4-leaf clover. That makes me think of wishes, but they're also little heart shapes. Advice for pile 3. Nourish. I'm taking these all up, right? So take care of yourself. Make sure you're in a good place. You guys are both doing, I don't know if you're the bat or the tiger, but you guys look like you're both doing a lot of heavy lifting energetically, even physically. 5D, 3D heavy lifting. So make sure you take time to take care of yourself. Eat healthy. Get into movement if you need to relieve stress. Meditate. Just really focus on self-care right now. Advice, let it flow, let it grow. What did I say? You guys are trying to see where it goes. Being very open and very mature about this. Just kind of saying, I'm open to what comes through. And that's really cool. I love that. I feel like that's a very mature mindset. And then release. So continue to release things that hold you back. Any like self-defeating mindsets or unhealthy thought patterns, processes, maybe even release any hurtful experiences in your own time after you heal them. Obviously, don't just shove them off your plate, but process them. But try to focus on releasing the past a little bit as well to continue to bring fresh energy through. Okay, let's get a few more advice cards for you, pile 3. Oh, my finger's like stuck on that card. All right. We've got beautiful, and I'm going to read these to you, okay? That's a lot, but I'm going to take this one. Advice for pile 3. Advice for pile 3. Advice for pile 3. Bliss. And then bottom of the deck is sweat. Just like what I said earlier. Okay, beautiful. I delight in every part of me, knowing I have been beautifully designed. My body is a sanctuary, a sacred place where the divine dwells. I see the beauty of love displayed in the way I laugh at silly jokes. I cry for the heartbroken, and I celebrate a friend's win. As I gaze into the mirror, I am aware of my true essence, and I am reminded of the beautiful gift I am. So continue to celebrate yourself and focus on really acknowledging your value. Love. I am worthy of love. So maybe that was some healing that had to occur here between the two of you, with each of you individually as well. I am worthy of love. Today, I take time to enjoy the love I am. I fill my cup with kind words, gentle presence, and gratitude for my journey. I love all of me. As love flows in and through my being, I generously share her medicine with the world. So love yourself with that Nourish card. Okay, bliss. I am in tune with what feels good to me and am made to follow my bliss. My heart does not lead me astray, but leads me into deep joy and contentment. I can laugh and choose joy in the midst of life's storms. I allow joy to express itself through me freely and welcome a blissful state of being. So focus on keeping your energy in a good place. Focus on gratitude. Focus on bringing your energy back to the present and focusing only on what you can control to bring in that energy of bliss. Sweat. Sweating is one of the most beneficial practices for all of the body's functions. In a world overridden with toxins, sweating is vital for the detoxification and overall health. What is an invigorating and enjoyable way of allowing my body to sweat? Today I will move until I sweat. Try an infrared sauna, a hot bath, or even a cycle class. Yeah, so I think I mentioned earlier, get into movement if you feel like you've been up in your head. That's going to help you get into your physical body and get out of your ruminating thoughts here. If you feel like you've been in those thoughts, and just get yourself into movement. There's something to be said about like physically tiring yourself out at night, and then you can just, or like throughout the day, so you can just fall asleep at night and have a beautiful night's sleep, a beautiful deep night's sleep. So I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm just drawn to say it. So make sure you get physically active if you feel like energy might be stagnating or you might be up in your head too much. All right, pile 3, this is all I've got for you. This is intense and I want to hear more, so please leave me some comments. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you're interested in a private reading, information on how to book that is down in the description box. We can do a Zoom reading live, you can see my face, or I can do a pre-recorded reading and send it to you anytime. And if you're interested in any of the crystals, cards, jewelry, anything here that you have seen today, it's all available on my shop, sagecentaurus.com, which is also linked down below in the description. All right, that's all I've got. I will see you in your next reading, pile 3. Bye.